Oh, good afternoon. Welcome at home and personal. Now, I did this yesterday. I made a video yesterday, a broadcast yesterday, which thank you. Thank you for the response to it. Excellent. But I was in a hurry. I wasn't in a hurry making it, but I was a hurry out after. I didn't realize it was so late and I was going out to a friend's house for dinner. So I was running late and I didn't even watch it. I did load it up, but I never watched it. That's a mistake. When I got home last night, I just didn't like it. So I'm sort of doing it again, if you want. And I hope it's as good, maybe. Even better. We'll have to see. So you're very welcome today, Saturday. It's now, what should I say, 3:30 on Saturday afternoon. Oh my God, it's magnificent, the weather this afternoon. And the day is the day of the Eurovision, and people will probably think, oh, well, I must be plugging for Israel because I'm Jewish. Hold on a minute, I'm Irish. My allegiance lie with Ireland. So I suppose Ireland first, and then, well, England, my wife from Scotland, and then Israel, okay? May the best man win. And one thing, let's hope there's no violence, let's hope it's peace, let's hope it's love, etc., etc., and have a great night at the Eurovision tonight. Now, I wanted to talk about something I spoke about yesterday, which I've sort of repeating because I've taken it down from yesterday, is this incredible rule that's brought out by Spain on the Balearic Islands. Now, I didn't realize, let me just read this here, back in 2020, they did bring out legislation which banned the happy hour and 2 for 1, and no party boats. This is in the Balearic Islands. They're sort of trying to clean up their act there. They're fed up with violence that happened in some of these bars and misbehavior, etc., etc. So they're saying that enough is enough. They're mainly, tourist islands, and it's like Mallorca, Menorca, Ibiza, and Formentor. So it's these. So this is the new rule. This will shock you when you hear this new rule. And it's coming in, and it's going to be there until 2027, and then having a look at it again. On the Balearic Islands, they're stopping drink at 9:30 in the evening. 9:30 in the evening until 8 a.m. in the morning. What will that do to tourism, and what will that do to bar owners? Now, they did say that they're going to be in hotspots, so I suppose they know the streets, if you want, where all the bars are and there's the drinking. And, to me, these holidays seem to be, and maybe I'm naive when it comes to this, seems to be simply just pub crawling and getting as drunk as you can for as much time as you can. But it doesn't help the image of the islands. Mallorca is absolutely beautiful, and it doesn't want to be seen as a sort of a major pub crawl, I suppose. So I'm not totally against it, but I'm shocked by it because tourism is their main industry, I assume. I have a friend living there, and I must get in touch with him and see what he has to think about it. But anyway, there it is, 9:30 to 8 a.m. in the morning. You'll see all these guys now. Let's go to bed at 9:30 and we'll get up at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning and we'll get ourselves languored throughout the day. But it is in the hot spots, they said, so I assume they know the strips where all the pubs and clubs are, where misbehaviour takes part. I thought it was crazy. I'm not doing a story today. I'm just going through some stuff I caught in the press. Another thing that I saw in the press, and it got to me, is the spread of whooping cough in UK. I took a little piece out here. Let me just get it here. But it's the headline read, "Whooping cough will kill more babies unless UK vaccination rates rise." Here we go with this vaccination thing. Vaccination, or vaccinating, is a miracle. A miracle. Look what it did for polio. There's like 53,000 cases, and just before the vaccine was released in America, dropped immediately almost to 5 million, and then disappeared. It's like 5,000, and then disappeared to a couple of hundred. I remember in Ireland, my father was a doctor, and I remember going to St. Patrick Dunn's Hospital with him. He was going to see a patient there, and he brought me up to, because I was a kid, I was 10 or something, he brought me up to the ward where they had just rows of iron lungs, is that what they're called, with children crying in them who were suffering from polio. And this is before the vaccine got into Ireland. And I remember well, once it came into Ireland, all the schools, you had to be in on, say, Monday morning, 8 o'clock for your vaccine. Jesus, I was terrified. But anyway, yes, there you are. That was the polio vaccine, and it worked. And vaccine for measles, vaccines of certain cancers. Wonderful. But all of a sudden, in COVID, somehow it seemed to have lifted the rocks and the slime come out from underneath. These are homegrown anti-vaxxers, the new thing, you know, like ban the bombers, are now pro the Palestinians. I'm not making, hold on, don't have a go at me, but I'm just saying it seems to bring out the worst in people. So these anti-vaxxers, and I knew quite a few of them. No, they weren't doctors. No, they weren't scientists. They used to sit at home and they're homegrown experts. They know more than the scientists. And you're going to oh, you're very ill, you're going to die, and what have you from the vaccine, etc., etc. Now, I live in Marbella, and I've lived here for many a year. I don't know what the population is from, let's say, from Gibraltar, Costa del Sol, etc., 1 million, 2 million. I don't know what it is, but I heard of one death. Oh, I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, Jesus, my auntie's uncle's friend has a gardener who got COVID and he died." I've heard all of that. I know someone who knows someone who died of the COVID vaccine. I know many more people, not personally, thank God, who died of COVID. But these scaremongers, they should be banned from social media. Look at what they're doing now, scaring the mums, the spread of whooping cough. Don't have your vaccine. Do you know of any medication that doesn't have a warning when you buy it? Go in and buy, oh, my earpiece fell out. Go in and buy a packet of aspirin or something, a box of aspirin, and you open up and there's paper in there, and it'll say the side effects and when you shouldn't take it, etc., etc. People who are affected mostly by medication is when they have another underlying historic problem they don't know about, so when they clash the medicines, the medications. But stop, anti-vaxxers. Shut your mouths. Keep it to yourselves. You're not trained. Not one of them that I know that were having a go at me non-stop. Shut up. And please, ladies, you know, please get your vaccine. With this whooping cough thing, we don't want to turn into an epidemic. Killing babies. Have your vaccine. Okay, this is just a little shorty. I want to move on to coming to Marbella. I'm not going to plug that I'm at Bromley Estates and you can buy your property from me. Of course you can. But we have a wonderful summer lined up here. And one of the highlights of the summer in Marbella is the Starlight Festival. Now, the Starlight Festival, from what I remember, Sandra Garcia was the founder. She's, I don't know what part of Spain she's from. I met her on many occasions, and I actually broadcast live from the first Starlight, and it was in its virgin stages. But by God, I was there last year to see Rod Stewart. First of all, when I walked in, the difference from the village. It's an old quarry in the mountains of Marbella. It has the sign Starlight, like Hollywood, as you can see from Marbella in the hills overlooking Marbella, the mountain. Yes, yeah, but it's up high. It's up high. It's in the mountain for sure, and La Concha, and it was an old quarry. Oh my God! What she's done with that now, it's a village of most magnificent restaurants, magnificent bars, sideshows, an auditorium where the theatre where the Rod Stewart show was unbelievable, and she's always got a line of guests, lined up guests, ready for the shows. Lots of international famous performers. One will spend 1 or 2 days there, the next one come in 1 or 2 days. It is exceptional. And I've seen just now what she's lined up so far for this year. Here's the crackle in my paper. Jamie Cullen is coming on the 14th of June. Van Morrison, Brown-Eyed Girl. Van, a good old Irishman, the 15th of June. Sheryl Crow, there you are, 21st of June. We have on the Corrs, another Irish band there. The Corrs are coming on July the 10th. Take That, and that's a show I'll be there. Oh yeah, there's nothing will hold me back in that. I'm a big Take That fan. They're coming on the 14th and the 15th of July. Take That. Oh, I'm looking forward to that because I believe their stage shows are, I've never seen them, are fantastic. Simple Minds, they'll be here on the 22nd of July. And another big name who's coming is the extraordinary Tom Jones. It's not unusual. But it certainly is when you're in your 80s, the 23rd of July. Now, that's just a little sprinkling of some of the guests that are coming to the Starlight Festival this year. Jesus, that sounds like an advert, but it's not an advert. I just love what people, the successes they have. Well, that's about it for my Saturday Saturday afternoon broadcast. I'm going to actually watch the Eurovision Song Contest tonight, and I think most of the world is going to watch it, more so to see how Israel will be welcomed on stage, because the amount of demonstrations, they remind me of the Ban the Bomb kids back in the time of the Vietnamese Wars. You remember that? Oh, Jesus, here we're all ban the bomb, ban the bomb. And then they start wearing these T-shirts of Che Guevara. Now, you're grown up now. Go and have a look at Che Guevara. What a disgusting human pig of a man he was. You didn't know it was a ban the bomb, be cool. Who's a Ringo? Love and peace, peace and love, whatever you want. It's all out there, You ask these people who are demonstrating in universities in America. Look, let me tell you this. They number in their thousands, these so-called demonstrations, pro-Palestinians. What they're doing is they're just saying to Hamas, the killers, we're with you, we're behind you here. That's all they're doing, and they're spreading anti-Semitism. They're doing nothing for the people of Gaza. Nothing for the Palestinians, but they are spreading anti-Semitism. But there's a couple of thousand, I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000 if you take all the couple of hundred in each university, whatever. But a real demonstration was, do you remember the Black Lives Matter? Do you know how many people demonstrated with the Black Lives Matter? 25 million, and that's what you call a pro-demonstration about the violence towards the public. Okay, so that's more or less it. I'll speak to you shortly, and we'll tell a story or two. So thanks for joining me at home. Delighted you join me, and personal. Have a great afternoon. And if you're out there in this weather, factor 50 is just about okay. Be careful, it's dangerous. I lean forward and switch it off.